Good morning, everyone. The topic this morning is Speak Up. And I would like to continue on what our other educational coordinator, David, introduced last week about people do business with people. People by people, people by passion. Yes, it revolves around people. And when it revolves around people, we know it is all about communicating with one another. Next week we have an important opportunity with BNI International Day where we will be networking on a large scale. So I actually gave some thought about what can we do to become more efficient in the way we step into the networking room, we walk up to the stranger and we strike up a welcoming and an open conversation. And when thinking about that, I was reminded about what happened in the training last week. Last week I did a training on public speaking, authentic speaking and presenting. And there was a lovely group of participants. Their first assignment was in the venue to act as if they were meeting and greeting, attending a function. And the camera was rolling, and afterwards we viewed it and we discussed it. And the interesting thing afterwards was that what we noticed was at the early stage, everybody stood around there clearly giving away that they were feeling a bit uncertain on how to tackle this. We all recognize this. You go to a place where you don't know quite a number of people, you've had the courage to go, but how do you now actually tackle it and the body language gives away you're not so sure. But then, as it progressed, everybody approached this meet and greet in what you would call their own natural style. So there was the one woman who is used to her managerial role, directing her teams around, and she quite boldly took a few steps towards the others and she spoke up loudly and she said, "Are you also nervous and anxious about this training like I am?" Interestingly enough, this had a good effect because everybody took a few steps towards each other and began to look each other in the eye. And then another one had an inspired move. She saw the carafe with the water on the side table, stepped towards it, began pouring a glass of water, looked at the other ones and said, "Who would like a glass of water?" Everybody began to form a little unit around the side table. So there was more closeness already. Then there was the person also in natural style, appearing a little bit more shy and standing in this expectant posture of what's going to happen here. But the posture revealed also a keen interest on being drawn into the conversation. Yes, we all have our natural style. And then interestingly enough, during the training, everybody tried something that they usually wouldn't do. So the bold one who has the style of always jumping in deep first now tried to go last in a round of presentations. And it was so frustrating that afterwards she kept saying, "I'll never wait till last again, I'll never wait till last again." So she experienced something which may give her empathy in a situation towards somebody else. And then the person who would naturally tend to wait until everybody has had a turn, now took the step of being the first presenter in a round of presentations and also experienced what are the advantages of doing so. Why I'm telling this is because once again this demonstrated that unless we experiment with ways of doing which are not our natural style, we don't expand our boundaries. We all have to do something that demands a little bit more than our natural style to develop our communication skills and our presence in the networking room. In a way, most of us have to become more assertive, but do it in such a way that we don't fall in the other extreme of bulldozing over the other people. We all know such people who do that, and it doesn't have a good networking effect. This being said, let's consider the icebreaker that this one lady used in the group. this expression of I'm nervous about this training, I'm anxious about this training, the camera is standing there, the cameraman is there. Why do you think her icebreaker was effective? Why did it break ice?
Because it put everybody on the same level. They all felt like I'm not alone.
Yes, she spotted exactly that one element that united everybody. And it was suited to the situation. It almost diffused that first anxiety. Yeah? That's exactly it. She chose, and it was spontaneous, a uniting kind of element. She could have said something that would have worked divisive. If you think of anything you can say, and you say the first thing that comes into your head, she might have said, what do you think about Trump? It would not have, it might have gotten a reaction, but would it have been purposeful? Huh? So when we go to these networking events, let's think about something that unites us rather than what divides us. And then the carafe of water, such a simple thing. Afterwards, the woman who stepped into the hostess role with these glasses of water reflected and said, but come to think of it, that's actually when I feel I have a space in a group, that I belong. When I take this role on of serving others, it's not the only role she can take, but she reflected upon that. And then the other participant, who is actually a function coordinator, she said, you know, that glass of water, when I think about the functions we organize where the budget has been stingy and there are no snacks and no refreshments, those functions are plain awful. There is no atmosphere. And we staff, we stand there and we see this and we think, what can we do to make it a bit more better? We try a little background music or what, but take it as you want. A function where there are no snacks, no refreshments, nothing to drink, they don't tend to go very well. It's an awkward affair. So what is my morale out of this story? Yes, something to eat and something to drink, or else the social wins. And we must all avoid networking functions where there are no snacks. And then also when we organize, let's not forget to offer something, even if it's just that glass of water or that cup of coffee. It's a gesture of hospitality and it opens up opportunity. So let's all practice these very basic skills and have a wow networking session together next week. Thank you.